Hip hop. Hip hop. It's the hip hop. Hip hop. Hip hop. Everything. Everything podcast. It's you. It's your boy Fifth. Aaron all nighter. Hip hop. Hip hop. Hip hop everything. Hip hop. Hip hop everything podcast. What up, everybody? It's your boy Aaron all nighter.
It's your boy Fifth in the building.
And it's your boy Jay DeMarco, owner of Digital Dynasty Music Group.
Yeah.
Word. Now, Jay DeMarco, for people who don't know who you are and don't know about Digital Dynasty Music Group, please tell the people.
All right, so like I said, my name is Jay DeMarco. Last year, in the end of 2023, I launched a independent record label called Digital Dynasty Music Group. And what we do is we actually help artists build the social media side of their careers. A lot of artists don't understand or don't know that social media is the most important part of an artist's career right now. Content, major platform releases, blog placements, shit like that. Obviously appearing on podcasts. I've had a couple artists go in front of major labels for meetings, and they were actually told, yo, your music's great, your music's fire, but you don't have 30,000 followers or more. We can't do nothing with you. They literally won't sign you unless you already have an established social media fan base. So what we do is we help artists build that fan base to the point where we can start setting them up with major record label sit downs, and they have that fan base. So we're about 2 years roughly into it so far. Those 2 years that we've been launched so far, we kind of took the tools and built the tools to utilize them, and we're going to actually start really utilizing them at the beginning of next year. So that's the basis of what my label does, is strictly focuses on the social media side of an artist's career.
That's a sick niche, bro. And I'll be honest with you, I think that is the most underrated aspect. That I feel like artists, when we speak to these artists don't understand that like the social media, we're in a digital age. And this has been my opinion since early 2020 and moving forward. Doing shows is still important and getting your name out there, but it's gonna become less important as time goes on. And your social media profile and your social media presence is gonna take over because we're entering a digital age. With that said, who is DDMG signed with right now? Are you your own company, or are you an umbrella of someone else? Is there
so we are our own company as far as our own being an entity as a record label, but we are under a distribution deal with Empire.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so they distribute.
The connection with Empire, how did that come about?
So that actually came about. It's kind of weird, actually. So I was part of a online platform where engineers got together, and we were mentored by higher level engineers like Chris Lord Alge.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So I actually connected with a guy from in there who started talking to me, and he noticed that at one point during our sit down interviews in the Zoom call, when they were asking what we were doing, what we were looking to do, I told them I'm a full-time audio engineer. That's my actual business, what I do, but I'm going to be launching my own record label that, handles this social media side of everything. And he messaged me on the side on Facebook and asked for my email, and he connected me with a company called GT Digital that helps independent labels and artists score distribution deals with things like Sony Orchard, Universal Music Group. They just signed with Rock Nation as well, and Empire. So we ended up going with Empire. One of the main reasons we ended up going with Empire as well is because of the fact that they handle music video distribution as well. No other distributor besides DistroKid handles this. And when you go through DistroKid, they want $100 a year on top of your other annual fees that you pay them. We don't have any outside charge when it comes to distributing our music videos with Empire. So they've actually put our music videos on Apple Music, on Amazon. They also create our official artist Vivo channel, which a lot of artists have fake Vivo channels because they get duped by people that are, oh, I can set you up a Vivo channel. But if you look at the link, it's literally just a YouTube channel with the word Vivo behind it. There's only I forget, maybe 5 or 6 actual platforms that can get you an official Vivo channel, and
it's usually the official distribution companies that can do it. Like you said, DistroKid. I have my Vivo channel through DistroKid.
Right. So they'll handle stuff like that. Me personally, I'm not a big fan of DistroKid. I think that they're in bed with Spotify to get independent artists removed from their platform. An acquaintance of mine actually did a really good YouTube video investigation on it, and it's pretty compelling, honestly. Even their playlists, the wheel of playlists that they do, they've actually been exposed and caught botting streams from their playlists.
Bro, I spin that fucking thing 5 times a day, dude.
Yep, and then they'll turn around and remove the song for artificial streams, but the artificial streams actually come from the wheel of playlisting. So it's so I'm not a big fan of them.
That's wild.
United Masters is the same way. A lot of people don't understand that when they sign with United Masters or they agree to distribute through them, if you read the fine print, it says that they actually own 100% of your masters. Once you sign with them, they own your music. They try to run as a record label. So people don't understand that when you distribute with them, their contract says that they now have rights to your master recordings. And it's just a mess because if you were to ever blow up, they're going to start taking
huge amounts of money.
Yeah. So we used TuneCore up until the point early last year when we were signed with Empire, but we've been with Empire ever since, and they've been great. We have access to.
I thought it's always been understood. It's always been understood that the masters are owned by the recording studio that you record at. Hasn't that always been the underlying rule, like the rule of thumb?
It's actually whoever furnishes the recording session. So if you were part of a major label, obviously when you get an advance, a lot of people think the advances go in your pocket. They don't. They're actually an advance to pay for stuff like studio time, production work, touring, and everything like that. And that's once you use their services, as far as whoever furnishes that recording session is going to own the master.
When you say furnishes, what does that exactly mean?
Whoever funds it.
Yeah, so the label's giving you the advance, but technically they're funding that recording session by giving you that advance. So they're going to own them. That's how they automatically get the rights. So my label,
studios too. Don't they own the studios too that they charge you to go to?
No, a lot of them are outsourced. Actually,
so I saw a documentary where a lot of these record labels are owning the recording studios because they give you the money. You go to their studio to record. They recoup that money right back. It's a scam. It's a 360 thing.
Yeah, so I'm sure, it's kind of like a case by case basis. I'm sure some labels own the studios as well, but I know engineers who do work for labels, and sometimes the engineer actually has to go rent a studio space out. Sometimes the labels will be like, "Oh no, we don't want to record it in your home studio, even though it's really nice. Go find a space to rent, and we'll pay for the space rental as long as you're the engineer in the building." So it's really all case by case basis, but a lot of the stuff is outsourced.
Now, a question I have is, how did you get involved in this side of the music business?
Okay, so honestly, I actually started off by being an artist myself, but it was very short lived. It was more like I do it with a friend. We get drunk, we record on his setup, and I had just had my second child, my son at the time, so it was hard to get out. So for Christmas, my wife bought me my own home studio setup back in 2014. And when I started recording the artist, I noticed, damn, this sounds like trash. It sounds bad. So I was like, I got to start getting it to sound better. Well, I started learning the engineering side of everything, and I stuck with it. I ran with it. I'm probably one of the most serious guys you'll ever find with this, because I've literally invested into myself to the point where I've had electric shutoffs on my door, eviction notices, because I would spend the money in investments. A lot of people don't understand. A lot of people don't understand that this is not a business where you're going to put in 5% of the effort and see 100% of the gains. It's not going to happen. You actually have to put 200% of the effort to see 100% of the gains. It's a lot of investing. You're going to lose a ton of money because you're either going to at some point invest badly, or it's just going to be a loss at what you thought was good. It's going to be good. And eventually you're going to hit your mark with it. And that's where I came from. But we used to, be running ads. We ran ads for years, spent thousands of dollars running ads. And amongst a whole bunch
Facebook,
of other,
when you say ads, you mean like Facebook ads, Instagram ads, TikTok ads, and shit like that. Now,
Yeah.
with running the ads, was it a complete failure? Did you see any success out of that?
No, it wasn't a complete failure. If you ever go to our YouTube channel and see the engagement we have on our YouTube channel, it's because every single video that we drop at that point contains an ad behind it pushing it.
Gotcha.
So, I wouldn't say it was a failure for us. I know it definitely is for a lot of people. I just got into a debate with someone earlier because they said, "Oh, if you're an artist and people talked you into running ads, they wasted your time." And I said, "They're not wasting your time. The problem isn't the ads. The problem is the people running it." Yes. You know what I mean? Like, ads aren't something where you can just be like, oh yeah, type this and boom, and they're gonna show it to the world and just put you to go viral. That's not the way it goes. It's extreme targeting measures down to like literally you can go down to like literally the house address if you wanted to on some of these platforms. So like, it's just that these people don't do it right. But if you do it right and you take the time to learn it, it's great. It's literally the best way. It's taught us where to release our music the most. It taught us where to perform at if we wanted to perform, like where the bulk of our listeners are coming from. So we're not just blindly throwing spaghetti at the wall in terms of these shows and hoping they stick. Yep. So it definitely helps. Now we don't run many ads now. Through just direct organic networking, my label has a pretty decent following to it now. And then, on top of the Discord community that we've built, the podcast that we built, and my homie Rashawn making me an admin of his group of over 30,000 people, I've been able to network enough where we have an organic reach now every time we drop something. It's not a problem. It gets engagement. People tune in. They support what we do. And I don't think that I would have gotten to that point, though, without the ads, though. That's for sure.
Just switch topics real quick. Talking about home studios and you having one and your girl buying one, what would you suggest people buy, say, for an interface, a computer, a microphone, and maybe a company that for the cords? Because I have a home studio myself. I have an Apollo Solo for an interface, so I have a good interface, good plugins. I got an Apple iMac 2020. My mic is my Achilles heel. I got it's all black Spark from Blue.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so it's like the entry level, but I like it better than like the baby bottle because it's just the mic that I grew up into. I know how to EQ it. I'm also an audio engineer myself. That's why I want to chop it up with you off air because I audio engineer. I love to pick your brain on some shit.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm going to give you a game changer of a microphone right now that so many people sleep on. I have it in my studio and I'll never change my microphone again. I'll tell you why. It's the Slate Digital ML1 modeling microphone. So what this microphone is it's a custom built, it's not a custom built microphone, but they built the microphone to mimic famous microphones. So they have like 30 different mic models you can pick from the Sony C800G to the Neumann U87 to the AKG C12. And what it does is when you use this program inside your DAW called the virtual microphone system, you pick what mic model you want and it changes the physical components and functions inside the physical microphone in your studio.
And Antares has that. Antares has a plugin that does that.
Yeah, Antares has a plugin that does it, but it's not as in depth as Slate took it. So Slate went into.
What's the name of it again? The Slate Digital what?
ML1. So you can actually get it for like $400 on this website called Zounds.com right now, but they'll actually let you do no credit check payment plans for like fucking $40 a month on it for like 6 months, and all you do is pay $40 up front. They'll send it to you. So, yeah. So what Slate Digital did was they actually went into these big studios, and they took apart these microphones. They scientifically studied them to what components was in them, and they went back into their factories and they built this microphone that if I were to select the Neumann U87 model, it's going to switch my Slate mic to a Neumann on the U87.
Oh shit!
And I've been in studios and around people and I've mixed for people that have recorded on U87s, on C800Gs, like the actual mics, and the comparison is like you can't tell. And it gives you so
Wild.
many. The virtual microphone system gives you so many tools inside of it to work with it. You can literally change the proximity of the mic. So somebody, if they're too close, you can change it off the mic so it sounds like they're backed up, and it's not actually taking away from anything. They also came out with a great set of headphones called the I forgot what they're called. I'd have to look it up again, but it's basically the same thing. They took these headphones and they went into big studios and they took the acoustics of these studios and the speakers and everything, and you use this program in your DAW and you put the headphones on, and when you have it in your DAW, it changes the headphones so you're in that studio. So
Listen
instead of
to-
mixing
oh shit,
so instead of mixing in your room and
Yep.
getting the acoustics from your room, you're getting the acoustics from like $100,000 studio. You can actually
That's
they have
crazy.
it. They actually also modeled things so you can test it off like what it would sound like on a cell phone, in a Tesla, on the car speakers, like right on the headphones. So you don't even have to go test in other components anymore or other platforms or nothing. It's all right in the speakers.
crazy, bro. Because the rule of thumb for me was always get a cheap speaker, listen to your mix on a cheap speaker. Because if it sounds good on a cheap speaker, it's gonna sound good on expensive speakers.
Yeah,
always
that's what
been
they
kinda-
say. My thing is the car test. If it sounds good in the car, it's 9 times
Yeah.
out of 10 going to sound
I
anywhere else.
always go to the whip. I always go to the whip. Always.
Yeah, I also mix out of. I have a pair of Yamaha HS8 studio monitors in my studio, so I actually do a bulk of my mixing on those, and they're like true to form sound. So you're basically getting the most truest sound that you're gonna hear on that. So another 9 times out of 10, if it sounds good on my speakers coming out on my Yamahas, it's gonna sound good anywhere. I might
Yeah,
have to make like a few tweaks on the low end sometimes, or maybe bring up a little high end. But besides that, it's nothing where it's like, whoa, this doesn't sound anything like it does in my studio.
Yeah,
It's
the
pretty
headphones,
spot on.
headphones I got the Audio Technica M60s. I got them in the booth and one outside the booth, and even the ones I'm wearing right now are Beats by Dre, but they're like low tone for bass. And I've just been mixing with them for so long, I know what to look for. I just noticed I've been mixing with these headphones for years, so I figured out. In studio monitors, I got the Cali 6-inch, 6-inch. So I got a pair of Calis.
The Cali audio is really good too.
Yeah, they're
Like
dope.
if I were to ever get rid of my Yamahas, I'd probably go with the 8s or Atom audios. But I'm a little bit more compelled to try the Cali audios than I am the Atoms.
I fucking love them, dude. Yo, because they got bass adjustments in the back too. I can drop the bass down to. It's so many adjustments that you have. It also tells you, it shows you, I think, like 12 different setups that you have. Is your speaker near the wall? Is it off the wall? Is it on a table? Is it on a computer desk? And you set them up to that specific environment that you have to give you the truest sound back as a mix engineer.
Yeah, that's a good tool to have. Yeah, it's always like they say, like do the 45-degree triangle angle rule. Like if
so
your
everything hits
speakers
you.
should be like a 45-degree triangle from your, if that's even right. Like if I'm even getting the fucking dimensions right. I don't know. I'm not a math.
No, I know what you're
genius,
saying.
but-
I know what you're saying. They want both your speakers to converge on one spot at
Yeah,
an angle, and
and
you
the-
need to be
yeah.
in the one spot.
Yeah, in the middle, like right. It
Yeah.
should
Now,
be hitting the middle of your
one
chest.
question I have, because you having your own label, what are some of the artists that are on your label, and who have you worked with for in the past?
So right now, my main guys I work with are Black Magic, Derek Tuil, DPD3, INE Sheesh, Rob Dollars. I'm making sure there's a lot of them. Mosh Money, Zach Boyko, or AKA Boyko is his artist name. Backpack from 610, Ty Sav. And I think that's basically it for the main ones.
Now,
And then
Now,
I have
where are these artists from?
Yeah, I was saying, where are you located? Like, what part of the? Like,
we're all in Allentown. We're all in Allentown.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my label hasn't worked with anyone, hasn't signed anyone outside of our area yet, because what my label does, so we don't advance people money. What we actually do is we provide all the services that they need. We do everything in-house, from music video editing. So the videos I sent you today, I shot and edited those. And then we do all the studio work, from mixing and mastering, production, and recording in-house. We do all the marketing in-house, booking as far as podcasts, live shows, everything in-house. So what we do is we don't charge the artists that sign deals with us up front anything. They get the services, and then we do a 70-30 split on the back end of the distribution.
Word. That works.
Wow, that's not too bad, bro. 70-30 split's not bad.
No, especially when it's all we take. So if an artist were to make money off of collab, merch, shows, tickets, anything like that, we don't touch any of that. Since we're only handling the social media side of the career and mainly the distribution, basically what we sign is distribution deals with a bunch of perks with them.
Mm.
We just focus on doing a split on the end of distribution because we do all the marketing ourselves too. So
So hypothetically, if I drop DistroKid, I could sign a distribution deal with you, and I'd have my music up on Spotify, Apple, just like a DistroKid provides you for services.
exactly the same plus more. So DistroKid actually only does about 175 or 180 platforms total. We upload to 266 because we're actually also granted permissions to country-specific apps, like ones in Japan, ones in the UK that are just country-specific apps for music that people use as well.
Shit.
So
now, what's your rates compared to DistroKid? Like, what do you guys charge? Are you guys triple tiered like DistroKid, or is it just one level?
What do you mean? Like, what do we charge the artists?
Yeah, like payment wise, like the basic payment for the year is like $20 for DistroKid. The middle one's 40, and I think the top one's like 90 or something.
Well, we don't charge anything up front. So
when we
sign the deal with you, it's strictly back end payments. So we actually the label actually doesn't even my label actually doesn't even really recoup anything for like the first like 2 quarters of working with an artist, because most artists come with like nothing as far of a fan base, so we have to build that. So we don't really see any type of repayment or anything, any recoup on anything until like the second or third quarter of the year. Like if I were to sign a distribution deal with somebody now, we probably wouldn't start recouping until probably about May of next year. So
now, with everything you do for your record label, the DDMG, what's your favorite aspect? Like, what's your favorite thing to do?
Honestly, my thing, and like why I believe I'm even here in the first place is audio engineering. I'm an engineer by trade. I have built my business. I supplemented my full-time job down to 3 times a week, part-time.
No shit.
Just not even 8 hours a day. So I have supplemented the rest of my income with that. And my newest favorite though, closing in since I just started it a year ago, has been the music video thing.
Like editing, filming it.
Yeah, definitely. And I do everything off my fucking iPhone. Like that's the craziest thing. Yeah, if you go watch no, I use CapCut. So if you actually go, watch the videos that I sent you, they're actually shot on an iPhone 12 and edited in CapCut.
Yeah, those videos will be on the next episode of Hip Hop Everything podcast. Wasn't able to get them on tonight's episode. I prepped the podcast a little bit earlier, and then so it'll be on the next episode 82. But one thing before we let you go, I want you to shout out all your socials and where to find you.
So you can find my label across all platforms under the handle Next Wave DDMG. That's the handle because we house the next wave of hip hop artists. That's why I say DDMG is the next wave, with the next wave of hip hop artists to break through. So our handles are Next Wave DDMG. You can find us everywhere: Facebook, Instagram. Probably the most prominent is on Facebook, though. It's the easiest way to get a hold of me as well.
That's where I found you.
Yeah, that's the easiest way to get a hold of me. So I actually think it's funny because I don't fuck with this dude anymore at all, but I think I actually started following you guys because of someone I used to work with, Big Kip.
Yeah, we don't fuck with Big Kip anymore either.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm not even gonna go into that situation, but I think I did start following you guys from when I did work with him before.
Yeah, then I saw you guys. I saw you. The first time I saw you was on a reaction show. We were sending music in. I was working nights, as a matter of fact, and I was catching, I think, like Tuesday night or something, like 8 o'clock. I think it was.
Oh, my podcast.
You were sending music. I seen that.
So my label. Yeah, so my label runs the Mic Check Music Review as well. We're live every other Tuesday from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. That's where the Discord community really came into play. One of my co-hosts, shout out Zach Riffle, he actually jumped on he jumped on with us as just a guest one day, and we were just using Gmail and everything. We were just kind of going live through Zoom, and we got to talking. He was like, "Yo, let me help you set up. Let's start building this shit on Discord." And I never used Discord before. But so basically it runs all through Discord from the submissions. That's how we take submissions. We have a community hangout channel where everyone just shoots the shit all day, a link lounge for people to shoot links for feedback. Learning courses on mixing and marketing are in there as well. And that shit's over 600 people now. We just started it in June. So
yeah, definitely give me that link, dude. I'll join that. I'll join the Discord.
Yeah, I'll send you the invite link. Yeah, I tell everybody too, like, don't sleep on it, because you could literally go in there and find hundreds of artists to interview on your show and be on your show too. Like, it's literally a free form platform for everyone to just network.
That's fire.
That's fire.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, Jay, it's been a pleasure chopping it up with you.
You too, guys. Thank you very much, and we'll definitely talk.
That you talked about, the knowledge that you gave the viewers.
Draw some gems.
Yeah, that's what the label's here for, man.
And shout out Digital Dynasty Music Group. Next wave
them today.
Follow Jay DeMarco. Much love and respect, brother. We'll holla at you.
Word. See you later, guys.
It's the hip hop. Everything podcast. It's your boy Fifth.